Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, people watching and listening in from afar. Sunday League show is in full effect, and I'm joined by none other than Tayshan and Big Roots, aka the Grassroots Jurgen Klopp. I'm going to use that now from now on.
What, you gave him that name?
I did. Nah, I seen it on the comments. I was like, I'm using that for now.
I like that one still.
But how you doing, gents? You good, yeah?
Yeah, really good, to be honest. Yeah, sound.
Yeah? Good. I mean, look, let's get this cut to the chase. You guys have been very busy as of late, man. Obviously, this man in the middle here, like, he's come back home. Like, where has this all come from, man? Because, you know, I've been with you guys for a while. You know, kept it under wraps. Well done, Roots, as well. Your poker face is getting a bit better as well. And then, how did this happen? So talk me through it, man. Talk us all through
it. Tayshan, you want to start?
I guess, yeah. I mean, obviously, I've known Roots from way back. From long time. And obviously, a lot of the boys at Grenfell Athletic I've known from like knee height. And it's just been, I guess it's always seemed natural. It's just a matter of, because I've always been a big, I've always backed Grenfell. I've always, as I said, I'm very good friends with all of the boys, and it's like, it does feel natural. And I think I bumped into Roops on road like how many times, Roops, and Roops is like, we're doing something over here with great, and I'm like, I know, but I'm with RB, but like the time just felt right now, and I said to Roops, look, like this seems right, and like we said, it's like me coming back home. I literally live on the estate, just below Grenfell. I've always lived just below Grenfell, and I think in terms of like the work I'm doing off the pitch as well, I think it's really important to keep Grenfell at the forefront of the conversation, and also to create a legacy based around Grenfell, and like that's what's really important to me. And I think at the same time of me being at Rising Ballers, I feel like Rising Ballers, and that's for youngsters to kind of shine and do their thing. And I think my time had kind of, how would you put it? Like I was getting a bit old for that Rising Ballers, that opportunity. Realistically, my time to be pro through Rising Ballers had kind of come and gone. And so it kind of just lined up nicely, and for me it was just it was a special moment to come to put on this top number one. And then I think when I put this top on, I was like to Roops, this feels right, man. This feels right, because I did a shoot for Grenfell, because Roops and his crew shouted me, even when irrespective of me joining Grenfell, I was part of the shoot, and I put this shirt and I was like to Roops, you know what, this I could get used to this. And so from there, we just had that conversation, and here we are.
Well, before we get into your side of Roots, I just want to drop the video that dropped late last night. Had me rattled, Rupert. One, by the way, I'm just letting you know there. Had me rattled, but here we go.
I live on the estate, and I've lived in this area all my life. For me, it's about coming home. It's like going back to play with my brothers, who I used to play with every week at Westway. It's like family, but that's something that's really special to me. This is a massive part of my footballing journey. My name is Tayshan Hayden-Smith, and I've just signed for Grenfell Athletic.
There we go. Made official late last night there. Breaking news, man. Had me scrambling all over the place, man, Rupert. What are you doing to me, man?
It was just it needed to be done, and as you know, we've got a lot going on at the moment on our side, so we progressed it. I mean, I was so excited to get Tayshan on board that we had to press on with it, really.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So talk to me from your side of things, Rupert. So you know him for a while, know it? From knee high, you said, yeah?
Yeah, long time, maybe even before he can remember. But I've known Tayshan for many years, and to be honest, this character, this person that you see that's in the middle of us both, Roots, is a very special person. I've watched him grow and develop into a sturdy, sound man with a family of his own. You know, his personality within the community, and then amongst his peer groups, his friends. You know, anyone that doesn't adore Tayshan, there's got to be a problem with them. Do you know what I mean? Because he's a very, very solid character, and yeah, I think, to be honest, getting Tayshan on board will only uplift the players and the community. Really, it's just it makes sense.
Yeah, I fully hear that, man. Tayshan, so again, how you talked about being old, bro? You're only like, we had this conversation about literally a couple of weeks ago. You're only like, what, 23?
Just turned 24, yeah.
You turned 24, sorry, just turned 24.
I see a few grey hairs the other day. Like,
I don't think good though, because I ain't spotted none, and I'm definitely older than you, bro. So I ain't spotted none.
yeah, your head covered strong, man. What was I going to say? No, I think from my point of view, like when I say that I'm, you know, a bit older, like I'm seeing some ballers come through at Rising Ballers. So if I'm honest with you, like not many people know, you know, there's been some new faces at RB, and it's given me the kind of the trust that's going to go into a great space. And like I can fully say, like, well, at that point I thought, yeah, like I'm taking a space that could be better used for a younger player, you know, to give them that spot to shine. That was kind of my angle when it came to RB. But I mean, yeah, like coming to Grenfell Athletic, it just is natural, and you know, like that sense of legacy, that sense of community, that sense of you know, justice as well, I think is really important. It's a bigger picture than just the football, and this is where I feel, as I said, home. I don't just mean home as in the football aspect. I mean, this is something that I'll carry beyond my football career as well. This is something that I'll be a part of for my lifetime, and I think that's what's important to me.
Yeah, Rupert, I see you nodded along there, man. Like, that's everything that you want to hear and more, right?
Yes, it's spot on, completely accurate. This whole journey began because of something that was devastating, and it rocked, completely rattled our community. So I think, you know, what Tayshan says there is it's perfect. It's way bigger than Tayshan, the players, me. It's way bigger than us all. So yeah, I second what Tayshan just said.
Yeah. Tay, how are you gonna feel, you know, leaving the guys at RB behind? Because you've been there since the start, man. You're one of the originals. Do you know what I mean? So how's it like leaving those guys behind, man?
Yeah, man. I only look back on RB and my memories of RB, and I mean that was a special kind of period of my life. I mean, I always said that is something that was consistent for those 3 years that I was part of RB. That was the only thing that was consistent in my life, is turning up on a Sunday and playing with RB and knowing I'm going to have a good time with the boys. And I think, yeah, as I said, I've got some really good friends there, and like that's as I said, I'm always an RB supporter. I'm always going to be an RB fan, and yeah, I'm still definitely going to be in touch with the boys. And I'm still rooting for the man to go and play pro. And I've always said, and I've said to them that I'm here, you know, if they need anything. But yeah, I mean, I just think it came to a point where I think I was the oldest in the group. I think when Melv left, Melv was 26, I think, and he left, and then I became the eldest, and I just felt, you know, okay, Melv is a goalkeeper, he can be a bit older. I just think at 24, you know, I'm not a rising baller. If anything, I'm risen. You know what I'm saying? and I think it was a good time for me to make the transition, and it be more focused on kind of enjoying ball with my friends and my community, and it being all about legacy based around, you know, as Roop said, a devastating kind of thing that this community witnessed and experienced. And like I said, until the day I'm not here, I will keep fighting for those 72 people that lost their lives. And I think that through football, that's a way that I can express myself, and that's the way that we can build a legacy around, you know, what this community has had to face. Because like I said, it's a way of, it's an out for me, football, but at the same time, it's an amazing way of showcasing message or spreading the word, or getting everyone together, and I think that's what's important to me.
No, of course, man, of course. I don't know if you smiled at it as well, Roots. When you was talking about being a risen baller at 24, I'm like, boy, I wish I could be 24 again, you know. I'm not gonna lie, 24 sounds.
I'm 24. You speak for yourself, mate.
Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. If you're the risen baller, Tay, at 24, I don't know what I am, bro.
They call you vets, mate. They call you vets.
Yeah, that's literally it. Listen, Roots, if you're starting a vets team, man, I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. Roots, talk to you about the project that Tay's coming into right now, because over the past couple of weeks, it's been a busy one, to say the least. I mean, you've had the likes of Harry Kane wearing the shirt, Chelsea, Sam Smith. I know you've got a couple more people lined up. I mean, talk to me about the whole project as a whole, Grenfell Athletic.
I mean, Tayshan's he's coming in at that point, but the truth is I've wanted Tayshan since the beginning. I've spoken to Tayshan a number of times, but because of his character and because of he's loyal, he stayed with Rising Ballers, and I knew that Tayshan always supported Grenfell Athletic. He always supported what we do, and he knew that he was always welcome. So I don't want it to sound like, oh, he's come over like during this project, because yes, that may be accurate, but I was, you know, me and Tayshan had been speaking long before he had any clue about this project and what we've done. I think the fabric of the community campaign has been exceptional. We've welcomed a lot of the people that you just said. We've welcomed those people, and there'll be plenty more to come. The idea is to create unity. The idea is to keep Grenfell, not just this football team, because we're alerting people about the team that didn't even know we existed. But the idea is to keep Grenfell in the hearts and minds of everybody. I think if it's not in your everyday, like for the people of this community, it is. The players on our team, it is. If it's not in your everyday, then it can kind of get missed, kind of go under the radar. So for us, this campaign has really brought a sense of unity, and we've brought back, you know, that whole kind of the movement, the tribalism for Grenfell and our community that was broken, and to some degree, might I add, is still broken until there's closure, and even after closure.
Yeah, you're right, indeed. Tay, you mentioned in the video as well, you're being joined back up with your brothers, man. Who are you looking forward to kind of joining back with the most, man?
Listen, I need to pull out this thing online. My boy Jacob, like me and him used to play for Westway, right? And there's these stats online. I can't remember. It was some football tournament back in the day, and it's got our because we were like an unbeatable team. We used to like tear everyone to bits. The goal scoring record and the assists were just mad. The link up was mad. And yeah, Jacob would advocate for that. Obviously I know a lot of the boys, Dills, Kicks, Melv. I know majority of the team very well. Whether I've played with them, from young, or whether I've known them from in the community. And I think it just as I said, it feels very natural, to be amongst the boys, and we can all relate in that sense. We're all from the same place, and we all grow up in the same area, and we're all fighting for the same cause. And I think that's what's important. We're all on the same page, and we're all moving forwards as a unit.
Ribs, I think at the start of that answer, he's made your decision already for you, man. Like you said, him and Jacob up top together. I'm just saying.
Taysh knows me well enough that it's going to be the gaffer's decision, right? So, ultimately, we all like and would want, but but yeah, the players on the team are good players, and I respect all the players on the team. They've been working hard from 3.5 years ago. I mean, they've put in the graft, and that hasn't gone. All that's happening is we're building upon it. I think, yeah, Tayshan undoubtedly is a stellar signing. He's a stellar signing for our club. To be honest, he'd be a stellar signing for any club, even at professional level, right the way to the top. Just for what he brings into people's lives, the warmth that he brings when he goes about his everyday is super positive. So to get him to jump on and be a part of this journey is incredible. I think when you look in 100 years' time and you think of the first 3, 4, 5, 10 years, it's not really going to be much. Everybody's names will be a part of this history, and I do believe and have complete faith that the team's going to be alive long after I'm gone. So so we're ready to make history, aren't we, Taish?
Definitely.
Great history. I like to hear that. I mean, what was the vibe like in the group chat when it was finally announced? Talk to me about that from both point of view. Anyway,
it was buzzing. It was buzzing. The players didn't know, and we might have slipped a little cheeky one to the captain, because I think it's always important to get your senior players on board. And yeah, I mean, welcomed with open arms, really. As Tayshan says, he knows a lot of the boys, and he's known them since they were younger, and they used to play together. They're friends, you know. So I think they were as they are, not were. They're super excited and very keen on getting into action with Tage.
Do you know what did it for me, Roops? And like in all honesty, when I turned up for that photo shoot and I had that top on and I was amongst the boys, I was like, yeah, this feels right, man. And that's when because a couple of them were teasing and saying, oh, when you join, Roops is like, oh, when you join it, everyone's like, and then I went away to have a think about it, and I was like, you know what, this just feels right, and like, yeah, I'm just so glad that I've now made this decision and I'm sitting here with this top on, and hopefully, you know, I'll have a number on the back of it soon, and I'll fight my way and push, you know, hopefully help this team out as much as I can.
Roops, it's something about this shirt, you know, it's got people going crazy, man. Listen, it takes time to get me out of my house, trust me, but for me to come and get a hand delivered today, yeah, I picked this bad boy up today, and you know, Roots, innit? I've been saying to you for a while now, I want to get my hand on this, so it's something about this shirt, man.
Yeah. It's powerful. The shirt's powerful. You put it on and people feel super special in it. You're not the first person to say that, Clint. I mean, it's extraordinary, to be honest, that through a really kind of dark moment in history, not just in our area, but for anybody that looked at what took place, to get a good news story out of it, something that can be a beacon of hope for people, a place where the players that are a part of it can at some stage, you know, through training or match days, escape from you know, what they have to face every day. The shirt has that power. The shirt has the power. So Taish, what number do you want, mate?
That's a good question. There you go.
What's going on? What number do you want?
Good question, because I mean, typically I'm always number 62, but I'm just curious. I'm having a think. I'll have a think about it. Roops.
Number 62. I mean, okay. I don't think anyone's got that one just as yet. So there you go. It's vacant for you. But Roots, going back to you, talk to me about obviously how the shirt's been received, man. Because you know, even everyone's been writing it on the timeline. I mean, even my next door neighbour, shout out Sonny. I probably can hear me through the wall. He got one,
Shout out, Sonny.
yeah, shout out Sonny. He got the white version. I've got obviously the green one. But that talks to me about the shirt, man. Like, I've seen it everywhere. It's been so embraced. Obviously, partnered up with Kit Locker. So yeah, just talk to me about that, bro.
I can only say that, yeah, Kit Locker, Nike, all the people that's been involved in getting the shirt together, our brothers and sisters. You know, we focused on producing something that would be groundbreaking, different, great material. The badge, I mean, touch that badge, Clint. It feels.
Hey, as soon as I was like, yo, kissing it. I've been waiting. You know, hey, Tay, this guy's been teasing me, man. He's been teasing me with his shirt. He's like, yo, I got it.
So this is nice, man. I love this.
Yeah, at the bottom there, yeah.
This is nice.
There's it. Yeah. I like that bit there still.
Yeah, man. It's a nice feel to get this kit on, man. I have to say. Yeah, and I think it's so, because obviously the green for Grenfell and the green heart of Grenfell. I think it's really important to continue that. And like Rup said just before, it's all about kind of raising awareness. It's all about being visible, you know, in our fight for justice through, you know, what this community has faced. I think it's important to have unity and solidarity, and what this kit does is makes us as visible as possible, and kind of again raises awareness around, you know, so it doesn't go missing that you know what's happened.
See, the green represents another something else for you as well, because obviously you're heavily into your growth and as well. So it's kind of, it all fits together, right? It fits all too well.
And it's mad because on the shoot, I don't think I even told. No, I have told Rupert, sorry. But when we were doing the shoot, I'm actually building the garden just behind where the shoot was. Even the shoot for myself, we were shooting just in front of there. So I'm building the garden with the residents on the estate that we did the shoot on, obviously just below where Grenfell is. So it's all about getting the local residents of Lancaster West Estate back out into outdoor spaces, outdoor safe spaces, and getting them creative. Because a lot of people have gone into their shells since Grenfell, and actually there was an allotment space that used to be, you know, flourishing just before Grenfell happened, and since then it's kind of deteriorated because no one's wanted to go outside. It's obviously a very sensitive space and a very sensitive it's been a very traumatic time for a lot of residents. And I think through gardening and through nature, I'm able to kind of engage with people on a different level, and hopefully engage with people to kind of inspire and empower them in ways that they haven't been before. So for me, it's all about access. It's all about opportunity, and hopefully through Grow to Know we can do that. But yeah, like, it does align perfectly. It's all about, it's all green for me, man.
All green, baby. I like to hear that. Roots, how you been finding this season, man? Because obviously you haven't played that many league games, but obviously been busy, you know, in the cups and all the rest of it. How you found this season so far, man?
Highly entertaining, to be honest. I think the guys on board have been like the Freddie, who's the assistant manager, and Dave, the first team fitness coach, have been really at it this season and put the lads through their paces. I think that the players have really kind of, I don't know, taking it up a couple of levels with game management, and yeah, the way we've been playing has been good. Our you know, without giving away too many kind of trade secrets, we've been a powerhouse going forward, an absolute powerhouse going forward, and yeah, we haven't conceded too many either. So yeah, I think you watch this space, because if people think that we're here to, you know, be here for a short time, they've got another thing coming. We're gonna go right to the top.
Yeah, no, I fully believe that, man. I've just managed to grab the league table right here. So obviously you haven't played that many league games, but you're still relatively close to the top. Obviously that last win came against, you know, your rivals there, Richmond Saints, which had a pretty decent goal that went in as well, didn't it, Roots? Pretty decent.
Well, what the Mott's goal, is that what we're talking about?
I mean, look, I'm just saying, because someone would say that I got the assist for it, you know. Someone would say, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's why I the t-shirt on now, the top. I see it now.
Hey, some might say, you know, I should be part of the coaching staff, you know, if I'm giving Mott an assist like that, man.
And you sign me.
I think the cameramen are unbiased, right?
I don't know.
I think they're unbiased. I don't know. Maybe we put it out to poll over the next couple of days. If you say, as a cameraman, good delivery here, son.
Yeah.
Do you get the assist for that? I don't know.
I mean, I could have said bad delivery and it could have gone like into the next part, you know what I mean? But, you know, me being the positive guy that I am, you know,
he did score a corner though. That is a bit mad.
That is a bit mad.
It's an awesome goal, and he's got it in the artillery. You know, it's something that we work on. So anybody watching this, be careful, because it happens a lot.
There you go. It does happen a lot. And I mean, look, where does Tayshan fit into all this? Because again, you got the likes of Motts, Jacob, FK. I'm giving you a problem now, Roots. Come on, man. I'm putting it on you. Because look, got all them players there already.
The team is a team. we have a decent size squad. So we've got a lot of players, and it's a long season. So we're gonna have to rotate the boys. The boys know that. Nobody wants bench time. Nobody wants to not be selected in the squad. But to be honest, there's going to be that, and the players are fully aware that's going to happen at some stage. And Tayshan's only going to bring quality to the team, and all the boys know that as well. So the idea is, do what you have to do in training, in a match day, and keep going. Together we win. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term Ubuntu, but if you aren't, be familiar with it, because we only do things together.
Okay. Look at him with his press conference sauce and answers, innit? I like it how he just goes around it, innit? I like it. Well media trained. Okay. Tay, going back to you now, obviously, what does it spell for your career? Because obviously you still can play on Saturdays, obviously Grenfell's on Sundays. So what about that side of things? Are you still looking to progress up that sort of stage?
Yeah. I mean, Saturdays I play for Walton Casuals in Step 3, which I feel like we're set to still have a good season if it continues. My aspirations to be a professional footballer are still there. As I get older, obviously that window and that door closes ever so slightly as time goes on. But I mean, there's nothing to say I can't start, climbing the ladder and who knows what can happen. I mean, there's been crazier things that has happened in football. So I just think that being a part of Grenfell Athletic will aid that as well. I think playing in amongst my friends and my boys and doing it for a cause that I feel is at the root of my heart, I think is really important. But yeah, Saturdays I play for Walton Casuals, and I'll continue to play Saturdays as well.
And stay with you, Taylor. Is everything still fine with RB? Like, you left on good terms, I take it. Everything's all good. Yeah,
I think for me it was really important to do that, and I didn't want to get to a stage where I was speaking to the founders like Jamie, Ennie, and they'd say they'd never really ever kick me out, but I think I didn't want to get to a stage where I'm just holding on, if that makes sense, and I'm there with all my grey dreads and right. No, but there's not we're still very, very good friends. I think they're friends for life, and they're their family, their brothers to me, and I think leaving on good terms was always something, and I try to do that no matter where I go. I just like to think that it's important to have those connections with people in terms of friendships and being amicable and professional about things. And I feel like it was very professionally kind of done, and RB have been nothing but supportive and loving in that way. So can only thank the RB team and management for the way that they've dealt with this, but also for the times that I've spent at RB. I think I only look back on it with positive memories.
Yeah, because they're a big part of your life. Like, you spent best part of 3 years there. Do you know what I mean? Part of your journey. And again, like, you probably had some really good memories. One of the memories that sticks out for me is obviously this year when you played against SC Dons. And I was saying to Rubes earlier, like, you literally was man of the match that game. I'm not just saying it because you're here, but you was all over the shop, man. Just leaping in the air, challenging their left, right, and centre. And again, you were the older statesman as well. Like, you was taking care of the people around you at the same time you was putting in the shift as well. So I'm sure they're as glad to see you leave as you are glad to leave them as well. So yeah.
No, and I feel like my role at RB isn't really like 100% finished, because as I said, I've made some really good friends there, and I'd like to think that if a youngster needed some advice or needed some help, they'd shout me, and I've kind of put that in a group chat and said, look, I'm here if you need any support or help or advice. So yeah, like I said, like, it's all very good. We're all very good friends still, and everything's all good.
No, it's good to hear, man. It's good to hear.
And all respect to rising ballers as well for what they do. I think we need to take our hats off to them and what they've developed, and a platform for youngsters to be seen, that opportunity. We never had that. So for them to do that and for them to make noise around it and actually get people on board is testament to what they do. Really, it's awesome. Very, very good what they do. So well done, and keep it up, ballers.
That definitely is very reflective in the way that I kind of committed from a very early stage with them. I think about nearly 3 years ago, it was kind of like an unknown project. It was a bit of an experiment, and I was like, yeah, I'm all in, because I believed in it, and look where it is now. So I think it is definitely revolutionary in their kind of field. They do something that other football teams don't do, and so yeah, like I said, they're going in the right direction. But yeah, I see a few grey hairs, so I think I have to kind of get over.
You're gonna make me paranoid, boy. I'm gonna literally after this stream, I'm gonna be in the mirror, like, yo, have I got any? Last time I checked,
I swear you said you wanted dreads, no?
I want dreads, but now you're making me paranoid, bro. I don't want that grey hairs. I'm trying to be that old wise Rasta man, but now I'm thinking, if I'm gonna get grey hairs, I might just have to keep the throw, Oh man,
we're gonna get grey, aren't we? It's all right.
Yeah. I'd rather leave it later than sooner. Do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to push it off as much as I can, innit? So, but yeah, and it would be a good thing as well, because you never know. You might play them in a friendly coming up soon, or do you know what I mean, down the line, or it might be some sort of partnership. So it's always good to keep that door open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there's other projects that I'm doing away from, like, on the pitch, that I'll hopefully be working with the RB guys anyways. So like I said, I've got some really great friends there. I call them family, my brothers, and so yeah, just in the same way, like, that was definitely a space where I grew from a boy to a man, and I think in that transition, I made some really, really close connections with the boys there. So I think, yeah, got nothing but love and respect.
Roots, the strategist, like, talk to me about the future, because again, what I can see in your mind, the cogs are turning. There's always stuff going on. Talk to me. Can you unveil anything? Because I know there's some things that are going on behind the scenes, but it might not be just there yet. But is there anything you can kind of talk about going forwards? Anything you want to put into the atmosphere?
No, the powers that be, they know what I've put out to the universe. So hopefully, the universe responds in kind. I think just at the moment, fabric of the community is the biggest deal on Instagram for me at the moment. I think it's when you've got the England captain throwing on the shirt, it speaks volumes. And then when you have some other high-profile people that throw on the shirt or will be throwing on the shirt, it means a hell of a lot. And I'm only thankful that the people that have agreed to put on the shirt, they understand what it symbolizes and what it represents, and for them to want to be a part of that is unbelievable. To be honest, I didn't think when we embarked on this journey that the board and I, we got 4 board members, and I didn't think that when we set out to achieve this, that it would be such a smash hit, and long may it continue. We need all the support that we can get. We need fans to be coming down to watch the games in support of us. We need we've got the 12th man, sometimes the 13th man with the ref. Well, no, I'm joking.
You do know it's a guy that live, by the way, and you don't want to be sick.
That's right. So we do have the 12th man that comes out and supports the team, and everyone's welcome to come down. At least you know what you're supporting. When you see any of our boys, when you see this green, you know exactly what you're coming out to support, and it doesn't matter what fan you are, who you support in the higher clubs, the Prem, La Liga. It doesn't matter. When it comes to this and this particular movement, I think who isn't a fan of Grenfell Athletic? Who isn't really? And that's important.
No, for real. And again, you're getting a lot of love and attention from people in the comment section. Shout out Jamie Leggett says, I know it's not as big, but any help from me, staff or players at England Sixers we will help. So do you know what I mean? There's always people looking to support and shout out as well. I mean, staying with you, Roots, this has been a while coming, right? This is not for some people this might be just out of the blue, but this has been going. This is a long journey, man.
Yeah, I mean, I started the team 5 weeks after the fire, and it's been a journey for us. It hasn't all been singing and dancing. The players has used the team as a place to have released some respite. And it's been an outlet. It's been a safety net for all the players to participate in, and for them it has been for them a beacon of hope that there are still good people in the world. There is still good in the world, and we'll know firstly, football's the best sport in the world. Obviously. But we all know that you do any sport, it can contribute to your mental health as well, and making sure that your well-being's good. So that's really, really good from our side. And I suppose a lot of us, even without knowing, we faced trauma, and there's still stuff that we remember quite clearly on the night what took place, and the weeks after that as well. So if we could produce something good from that could give the players an opportunity to have fitness, to have camaraderie, to have a family, then by God, I was going to do it. And here we are. We're free. This is our 4th season now. So for me, it wasn't about shouting and making a lot of noise. That wasn't what the team was formed for. We knew that at some point we would have to make noise if we want to achieve that kind of that legacy part. If we want to, if the team is going to be alive long after I'm dead, then at some stage we're going to need more noise than what we were producing. But to start with, it was all about making sure that the players are all right, making sure that the human beings are all right, and that we can do our bit to ensure that that happens. You know, the board can, you know, volunteers. You know, that's what we're about. We're about the people. We're all community people that love our community and want to enrich our community. So for us, this journey has been a long beginning. It's been a long beginning, and I'm thankful that we positioned ourselves to be able to press on now and make a lot of noise and let people have the opportunity to support us. I remember a few years ago, we wouldn't even invite fans along. We you know, we'd say we're just trying to keep it the team at the moment. And I remember there was a couple of big papers and stuff that came just wanting to know what we were doing, and you know, it's something that we were never interested in. It was all about ensuring the players' well-being, and they're all good. They're all good. All the players on board, they're solid. They support each other. A band of brothers that love each other. They've developed. You know, some of these lads have never known each other, and they're friends now and stuff like that. So we've really kind of made Grenfell Athletic a home, and the formula's there, and now we need to cast it out to the rest of our community.
No, for real. Tay, I'm going to go back to you now. I've got a question that just popped up in my mind. Who's going to be on free kick duty? Because I know FK is on free kick duty, innit? I'm just saying, no.
See what yeah. Hey.
I mean, look, FK's already scored a banging free kick already.
I see that rocket from FK, man. Nah. I'm coming in not with, I don't have any preconceptions as to what, you know, where I'm coming into. I mean, I'm coming into a family, I guess, and what Grenfell Athletic is all about. You know, like Rupert said, like it's a team thing. And so, as I said, I'm not coming in with no preconceptions as to who's doing what. I'm doing this. I'm just here to support and help as much as I can where I can. What's
your sort of plans for the future, bro? Because you know, you keep going on like you're an old man, but you're not an old man. You're 24, bro. Like, come on, you're not an old man. You're not putting that all over my eyes. Come on.
In and out of football.
Yeah.
I think in football, I just want to enjoy it. I think only recently in the last season have I gone, and this is the advice I give to young people now, is that like I was always eager to go. I've got a vision in a year's time to be a pro. In 2 years' time, I'm going to do this. In 3 years' time, I'm always looking everywhere but now. And I think what I've learned to do is embrace where I'm at now. And I think what I am learning to do and what I have done for the last couple of months is enjoy like playing where I'm at in the space that I'm at, is just embrace that and fully appreciate what, you know, the here and now. And that's kind of where I'm at now. With football, I don't really know where it's going to go, but I think as long as I'm enjoying it and I'm playing, then I think then I'm happy. Outside of football, there's a few cool things I'd say going on. A few things around TV and the gardening stuff that I'm doing. I think what I'm trying to achieve is creating a more diverse horticultural industry. I mean, this is completely separate to the football stuff, but it's very much about giving opportunity and access to people who wouldn't otherwise have access to horticulture, gardening, nature. And I think
I saw your tweet yesterday about something along those lines, right?
Yeah, and there's a big debate, kind of not a debate. There's definitely a big line between, and like it is with anything in any topic, there's a lot of people that are upset that we're having these conversations around the lack of diversity in horticulture, because there clearly is. But I think the same reason why I felt very uncomfortable, like in a garden when I first started doing it, because it's very, actually, to be fair, it does align, because that was my therapy. As long with football, gardening was my therapy after Grenfell, and that was how I reacted. And it's not that before Grenfell happened, I didn't even know what horticulture meant. Like, I had no clue, but it just so happened that people turned to art, people turned to sports, and I just turned to gardening. As you know, obviously football was always my go-to thing, but I think gardening had been, a really big healer and a big therapy in my life, and that's something that I want to share. That experience that I had and the way that it helped me is, I think, rather than looking at it as like a luxury thing, because there's a really big connection between wealth and land and gardening. It's like, if you have the luxury of having a garden, if you have the luxury of having a garden in London, it means you've probably got a bit of money. A lot of, I don't have a garden. A lot of people that I know, in my community don't have a garden. I think it's all about access and opportunity. And so that's kind of where I'm trying to step in and build a legacy around the work we did in the community just after Grenfell. I think, where it was inspired from, I think it's so powerful that you can't really stop me from doing what I'm trying to do, because, I'm just a man on a mission. But like I said, there are some quite big, there's quite big TV. Well, I've had quite a lot of meetings with TV production companies, and I know that Channel 4 and BBC are quite interested. But I don't know what I'm allowed to speak on and what I'm not allowed to speak on.
It's all right, man. You can come back next time and drop it when it's ready, man.
That's it.
See you on TV, man. We're here for that. You're getting a lot of love in the comments as well. Jamie's doing his best to try and get you in this England Sixes team, man. Listen, Jamie, let him settle at Grenfell first, man. Let him settle first, man. Jeez.
Please.
Yeah, Abbas Khan saying baller pro from FTV FC days. Freddie Morris as well. Shout out to you, Freddie Morris. Green energy. Look, I've got to ask the Grassroots Jurgen Klopp, man. Look, January's coming up soon. You know what that means? Yellow tie, transfer window. You already made one big signing. Oh, are we getting the checkbook out again or what? What's going on?
Yeah, I think so. To be honest, I think there are a couple of other players that will be bringing into the fold. Not too many, because it's disruptive to the group. So when if they're coming in, when they come in, it has to be seamless. It has to be pretty much like the group's core isn't tipped upside down or turn around in any way. We've started, and I'm not really a fan to be doing January's signings, but yeah, we have got one or two more that have said they're involved and they're in, and it's prior to the kit launch. It's prior to all of that. I've been having these discussions for a little while. So yeah, I expect a couple of more special individuals, definitely.
Okay. So Tay's what, the start of it then, yeah? Start as you mean to go on?
No, the team's the start of it. Tayshan's jumped on to be a part of it. We have players, and as you've identified a couple of them in their names, and Tayshan's mentioned as well. We've got a good team. And we've got a team that most importantly are willing to learn. Like, there's people in the team that understand football and may play football in a particular way, but I'm bringing that together. The management and the coaching staff, we're bringing that together to make a well-oiled machine. So yeah, Tayshan's jumped on to this journey, and he's been welcomed by all of the boys with not a shred of doubt. As he said, he knows the majority of the lads that are on the team and stuff, and he came down to the shoot because Tayshan was named as one of our 72. So in the fabric of the community, it's not just about the A-listers and the big names that are getting into the shirt. We picked a few members from the community as well, and Tayshan was one of them because of his mannerism, his characteristic, and he, we mean every word when we say he's a leading light in our community, and people that know Tayshan, they respect him, and I'm glad that he's jumped onto our journey and he's a part of our journey now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what the next few years has to offer.
Tayshan, going back to you again, just obviously you've been at Rising Boys for 3 years now. You're used to kind of how things go around there with the cameras on, playing the likes of SE Dons and Davies and all these other teams. You're now switching over to kind of something different because those sort of teams are not in Grenfell's league. How will you deal with that sort of thing? Will you seamlessly adapt to it, or will it take a while? Like,
I think I'm just happy to be on the pitch whenever I'm on the pitch. Like Roop said, it's very much out. And even with RB, I mean, yes, like when it came to SC Dons, like that was very much like there was a history there, and that was very much a very passionate performance from myself. But I don't think I think you might be able to kind of back this up, Lynn. Like from watching me every game, I feel like I played at that, no matter what. It just so happened that there was a few more cameras on that game, and then a few more people were watching. But if you came to other games and like you did, you'd see that like my challenges were just as aggressive. The way that I play, I'm very passionate, I'm very motivated, and like I said, no matter where I play, I try to turn up, and I'm never one to give up. And I think that's what is important to me. I don't think it's a matter of who's in what league and that. Like, no, if you turn up and you're a strong team and a solid team, then you will climb and you will achieve, and that's what I want to do with Grenfell Athletic.
No, I hear that for real.
Just the winners mentality.
Yeah, you go winners mentality, and yeah, I can back that. In fact, because I've seen you more than just obviously the SC Dons game. I've seen you play against Kane well, and all these other teams as well, and you do bring that same intensity. You are a solid 8, 9 out of 10, and I'm not just saying that to gas you up, but you are what you are. So again, I was pleased about this, just as pleased as Rupert was. Maybe Rupert's a bit more pleased, but I would. When I see it, I'm not gonna lie. Jamie's come. So we can say, I was just gonna say, Jamie's come with a question saying, what league you guys in and what cups are you part of?
Football Me Too.
Well, funny enough, Jamie, I actually had the league up. So here it is, Division 1, Middlesex County League. So this is the league, Jamie, if you're watching. Well, of course, you're clearly still watching. So again, this is the league that they're part of. Who are you kind of looking forward to playing? Because obviously you played one team already that you got the W over in. Well, I'm not gonna say the name, but who else are you kind of looking forward to?
Richmond Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, Luke's become a friend over the years. Actually, the manager of Richmond Saints. He's so they've literally climbed as we've climbed. So they've become our derby side. To be honest, we've had a good couple of intense games, and I suppose last weekend was there was a great rise in quality in regards to like what we've been working on throughout the pre-season, and despite the COVID splitting up a lot of our players from time to time, we still managed to get on to training together, and it's important to do so. And I think we just playing them last week and seeing that amazing goal from Mott's was intense, and they're a good side. But to come away with a W tells us that we're a good side also. So long may that continue. I'm looking forward to playing top of the table before anyone else. I think they're our next opponents if lockdown ends, tier 4 ends, then I think we can get at it again. I think That's what needs to happen, really. Grassroots football and sports. I don't understand. Sports should continue. Sports should continue. It keeps everyone sane. So yeah, I'm an advocate for sports to continue. Outdoor sports. I know there's an outdoor sports part and an indoor sports part, but I just think we should just have sports.
Yeah, it's a bit of a baffling one to me, this whole tier 4 business, man. I mean, who it affects and who it doesn't affect. I mean, probably under 18s are allowed to play, but again, I'm thinking to myself, okay, who's going to take these under 18s to play? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, they need to be accompanied by adults, but then adults can't play, so it's just all a bit of a mismatch. But anyway, just to wrap things up, guys, it's like, what's the kind of final thoughts, final messages? Obviously, as we're coming towards Christmas, preparing for 2021 as well. Big shout out here from Nancy Baker as well. Shout out to you, Nancy, for listening as well, as always. But as I was just saying, yeah, what's the plans of 2021 bring for you guys? Like, what have you got in place? Sorry.
Firstly, I think it's important that everybody knows that Tayshan has left a very big club in Rising Ballers, very big fan base, massive support, massive following, and he's come to Grenfell Athletic. So for him to do that, his heart's definitely here. I think that has to be recognised. And the plan is to go out and get our stadium. The plan is to start building brick by brick on what we've already, like the foundations of what we've already started. So we just need everybody's support, everybody's help in all different ways to get there, really. But the idea is to get a stadium. We've got a solid squad. The squad will keep growing. I want to get a women's team up and running. I want to get a youth team up and running, and I want to get a decent training ground. I think one where we're not restricted by particular rules of whatever they're feeling on the day. To be honest, I think we need our own space. We need to be able to work on certain parts and certain aspects of our game. So yeah, that's the main focus. I think growing the name is important for us as well. We've made noise, we've made a racket. Hopefully people aren't getting too bored of us, because there's more to come.
I love that. The Grenfell Athletic Arena, yeah? Looking forward to that.
Nice.
Tell you what about you, son?
I'm here to win trophies, man. I'm here to just win, to achieve, and to build a legacy. And I think that legacy part is really important. I've got 2 young children, and I think, you know, them growing up having to see that Tower of Grenfell, maybe they don't understand it as much as, you know, others do. But I think when they grow up, they're growing up into a community where Grenfell will be at the centre of their conversations and everything that happens. I mean, every day, every morning we wake up and that's what we see. And I think that legacy part is really important, because not just for us, but the generations to come. I think, you know, this is a project that why I'm so invested in it and why I'm so committed to it, and I feel so special to be a part of it, is because I think, like I said, it's bigger than football. And for the generations to come, I think it's really important to see people, leaders in our community, kind of stepping up and kind of showcasing that, you know, there is talent in this community and that we just need to nurture it, and we have to have opportunities to showcase it. And I think that Grenfell Athletic is just a beautiful, beautiful way of doing that. I'm just happy to be here as well. So, yeah.
I love that, man. Love that. Oh, guys, thank you guys for joining me, man. I've been looking forward to this, man. It's really appreciate it, man. And again, biggest grassroots signing there is this season. I'm putting it out there. Biggest grassroots signing there is this season. Tayshan joins Grenfell Athletic, man. Appreciate you guys for your time as well, as always, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good evening, gents.
And you, man. And you. And everyone listening in, make sure you guys follow Grenfell Athletic if you're not already on Insta. And again, any other socials as well. Rupert, get that Twitter up and running. Wink, wink. And again, thank you very much.